There we go. It should be live now, I think. Hope. Should be live anyway. There we go. Right. So we were playing Pokemon Blue yesterday, but I may have messed up my GameCube by my capture card. It meant I've had to replay through the start of the game. It's a little bit annoying, but it is what it is, basically. Took that long. Put that back in. There we go. Where's my... I'm live and the audio levels are okay. I'm on the correct account. There we go. Yada yada. Hello, welcome to everyone joining. I am playing Pokemon Blue today. I was playing yesterday, but I may have made a bit of a mistake in messing with the settings on my Keiko capture... Not Keiko capture card, but the Keiko HDMI adapter, which meant that I lost basically all of my progress because I couldn't actually see whether I was live. Now let me just check the audio levels. This you're gonna hear... That is perfectly fine. You may hear... Sorry about that. You will have heard us twice there for a moment. I was mainly having to check the audio levels. But anyway, we're back playing Pokemon Blue, which is a kind of a continuation from yesterday's stream, but I did, like I was saying, make a mistake. Gal, I don't know what that means, so I'm going to... I'm not going to Google it. I'm just going to block you. I don't know what Pagal means, so you are being blocked. Anyway, Pokemon Blue. For anyone wondering, I'm playing this on an actual GameCube via the Game Boy player. This is all being played from the actual cartridge. Right. So, in yesterday's stream, we started with a Bulbasaur named Maple. Now I have gotten that Bulbasaur again, and the other Pokemon that currently it is Maple, which is a Bulbasaur, and the other party member at the moment was originally named Alda, but I did make a bit of a mistake when I was messing about with settings on my GameCube's HDMI output, which meant that I did have to restart. Hence why I haven't actually recaught my Pikachu, which will be named Willow. And hence why Alda, I accidentally pressed start when I was capturing it. When I was going to name it, I accidentally tapped start, so it is only named A, and I could not be bothered to attempt to hunt for it again because I literally spent an hour trying to catch the Nidoran male again last night. So at that point, I was like, yeah, no, I cannot be bothered to try and hunt for it any longer, and hence why I haven't actually caught the Pikachu again yet. So right now the goal is to hunt for another Pikachu to replace the one that I lost due to the mistake I made last night. I also want to like level up my Pokemon a bit because last night I think I had Mabel up to level 9 and Aldo was up to... I'm not sure what level Aldo was. Aldo was probably about level 6 or so. Start Pokemon. I might as well switch train while I'm doing this just to speed up getting the levels up. So yesterday I got incredibly lucky when I was hunting for the Nidoran male because it was literally the first or second Pokemon that I found in that patch of grass, and Pikachu I also got incredibly lucky because it was like second or something Pokemon that I found when I was hunting for Pikachu last night. That reminds me, I haven't actually posted on my story that I'm live, so give me one moment while I walk back and forth trying to find a Pikachu, but so far I'm not having any luck whatsoever. Give me a quick story to let people know live. There we go. You're probably not worth asking. Gonna switch train for now, I think. Where would it go? Give me a moment. I'm just posting on my story that I'm live. Live now. Playing Pokemon Blue on Tick and Twitch. ClaraRenway. Just make that text a bit bigger. Add the outline and set it to that color. There we go. My story. Yada yada blah 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 blah. And about to be sorted. There we go, that should be pretty much sorted now. There we go. And done. Now, I just need to find this goddamn Pikachu, which, like I was saying, I got incredibly lucky last night. It was literally one of the first Pokemon that I found when I was hunting last night. Now I have to hunt for it again because I wasn't able to save last night. Use a plant as a prize. I'm not doing a giveaway. And, well, actually, I've spent too much money on plants at the moment. But I'm not allowed, I've decided I'm not allowed any more plants until at least after next payday, which is in like 3 weeks. No, I'm not giving you any plants, definitely not. They are my plants. Most certainly not. How about you give me a plant? Again, another plant. Instead. You should give me plants instead. As soon as I catch this Pikachu. I didn't mean to throw another. Yeah, but give me more plants. That's the point. You gotta give me more plants. You should give me more plants. Wait, has it avoided both of these leech seeds? Wait, no, it hasn't. It's leech seeds already worked. You don't have more yet. Then get more plants. Also, shit, I'm not gonna shit off. I have a new leaf coming out on the green on green Monstera, though I've had to move the green and green Monstera from the windowsill as well because it kind of got a little bit burnt. It's like it's not even focusing on. Right. Come on, focus. Come on, you can focus. Apparently it doesn't want to focus, but it was back. You can see it's got a new leaf coming out. Playing green the other day was raging. Are you giving it a chance to put out another leaf, or are you gonna cut? Like, are you gonna let it put out a like, give it like until the next leaf to cut, or are you gonna cut like already? I'm hoping that I don't need to cut that back anytime soon because I don't want to risk harming it. Like, I've had to cut. Obviously, you know, I've cut bits from my regular like Albo Monstera, and then I've had to trim like this bit of leaf because it was sunburnt like really badly, like around this point. And same again with this one, like it got a really bad sunburn around there. Like you can still see a little bit of it, well, you can't really see, but like you can still see like a little bit of brown because it was on the windowsill. And I think being against the glass has meant that it's like basically all of my Monstera, like all of my both of my regular Monsteras, the Albo and the green on green, got burned. Like they got pretty bad sunburn, so it's like I've had to remove them. The actually, do you still have a Tycon? Because like my baby plants are doing well. If you want one of them, you were saying you wanted a plant, so like I have like these two baby Tycons that that I got when they were. These are the two tissue culture ones. I don't know what's still there. You have a because you can have one of them. Because I still have the other regular Tycon, which is the pot. Find the right pot. Not that one. Shit. Because this is my Eden Lab Tycon, and like it's doing pretty well. Right. Well, you'll be able to kill that, but it'll just take ages. Like, you can have one of those Tycons. There's no plant that you're not allowed to see yet. You'll be. I have a plant that I will show you, assuming it survives. Once you're up here, because it was too expensive. It's just out too expensive, so I'm not gonna tell you which one it is, or show you yet. Because I need to make sure that it actually survives. What? Here's my Spirit of Sanctity as well. Like, you see like the size of the leaf already. Like, it is full like finger length leaf. I'm not going to say how many expensive. It was just all you're allowed to know for now is that it was expensive. Anyway, here's the Spirit of Sanctity that I've got. I think it might be actually putting out a new growth point. You probably can't see it, but I think it's putting out. It's not a Monstera. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but other than it not being a Monstera, it's like my Spirit of Sanctity is actually putting out another growth point, which is kind of insane. It's got the main growth stem, and then it's putting out like another like baby growth like down here. Also, actually, I can't show you. The fry deck, one of its leaves, it's already lost. But it is, like, the really nice leaf is also a bit unhappy. But it is putting out another leaf, but it seems to be opening while it's actually still in the leaf shaft. I've just noticed. Right, let's gently wiggle it out. Yeah, yours did that when you moved it. It's normal, right? That is good to hear. Try and be very gentle because I do not want to damage this new leaf. But also, if it opens while it's still within the leaf sheath, that is not good. And there we go. Right, a last little bit of leaf. There we go. It's free. Just barely, but it is free. And I didn't damage it, which is like the most important bit. All I'm going to say about the expensive plant is that it has put out one leaf since I got it, but it has also lost one leaf since I got it. But it is, as far as I can tell, doing okay. That's all I'm going to tell you for now. You can see it when you're up here next, which is a while away. Assuming it's still alive at that point, which it bloody better be. It fucking better be. This is going to take ages. Especially since I don't have speed up because it is just like on the actual GameCube's Game Boy player. What other plants can I actually show you while I'm killing? The Icon creme brulee. It does need a proper soak at the moment, like. But this is the Tycon. Oh, it would help if it didn't focus. 1 second, just give me a moment. You're not going to see my camera for a minute, but it should be better at focusing when I'm done. Sorry. Yeah. And off on. Want to nope, not that one. Function product showcase set on, so it should be better at focusing on items and shit now. Right. Just need to plug the HTML back in. It's back in. There. And sorted, that's back there. That is sorted now. Just a little bit that way. Don't think there's anything else I want to show off at the moment. Probably shouldn't have wasted my time doing this. Oh, critical hit, that, how much, well, no, that 51 XP, that is like a level. Was that 2 levels? Might have been 2 levels, like, because I think Alder might have been level 3 there, but the main goal right now is to find the Pikachu. That way I'm at least at the same spot where I was yesterday, as well as level these up, and then we're going to target thingy, what's he's called? Gary, I think is what I named the rival. Shit, I didn't... Well, Leah's not too bad, since it is level 5 now, and that does reduce damage. Well, actually, I'm on it just a touch. I don't think that's in the way. That is a bit better now. Anyone wondering why I've decided to go with a whatchamacallit, a Nidoran male is just because for some reason in Generation 1 the Nidorans are quite expensive, like not expensive, like they are quite good at like just being strong Pokemon for Generation 1. I don't know why, I've not actually looked into it, but they are just like a generally good Pokemon to use. That's why I decided to pick one up. Now you can actually get a level 100 Nidoking if you mess about. There is a glitch where you can get like a level 100 Nidoking, like before you even get to the first gym, but I don't really want to mess with glitches too much. Like the only glitch I think I might do is the Mew glitch, because that's like a really easy one and not one that really will fuck up your saves too much. I don't know why I'm leering when it's just gonna use Harden and like that'll increase its defense. I really want to go through all of this. Like, this is just going to take ages. Let's just switch over to Maple, who I think will do a little bit more damage. I don't know if so. Like, I think Maple the Bulbasaur will do a bit more damage than Alder the whatchamacallit. Harden was so useless. It is, yes, very much useless. But at the very least, the Metapods do give a fair bit of XP. Like, the Metapods give decent XP. Like, that's the only positive to... Oh, then again, this does so little damage. This is going to take ages. Although, at the very least, the Leech Seed will do that little, like, sliver of damage extra. If I'm used to normally using 6 of them. I just wouldn't battle them at that point. Like, if my friend was, like, basically only using Metapods, at that point, it's like, nah, not happening. I am not going to battle you. I'm not even going to challenge you if, like, you're the type of person to troll that badly. So now this is a max defense, like +6 Metapod that I am attempting to kill. At the very least, Leech Seed is like getting Mabel back up to like full HP. Even though I am going to be going and just like healing up after this, I think, because Alder doesn't really have much thingy left, PP left on its tackle. Sounds memorable, 100%. Like the sounds in Pokemon Blue are very much like nostalgic. Actually, what? Not Pokedex. Pokemon Alder stats. NPP, like, I'll keep Alder up front for now, I think. Thank you for following me, X-Ray. I very much do appreciate any and all followers. Make me want to buy a Game Boy, lol. So, coincidentally, I am currently playing this through the Game Boy player on a Japanese GameCube. So, like, I'm playing this on original hardware, so I can't do speed up, I can't do, like, modifications or anything like that. Not an emulator, no, it's literally on the original hardware. 1 second. If I go over to this, if we go over to themes, camera, if I click this one, settings, and set this up, it won't let me switch it. 1 second. Cancel that. Is it this one actually? Like, that is the GameCube with a Game Boy player and subsequently with Pokemon Blue in it. No, let me hide the source. That is just currently acting as like an extra like light source for my face. I fucked up, I moved it. Should hopefully be alright. Come on, get Sapphire and then click them all. I think my first one was Ruby. I think, no, it won't be, and it'll be one of the original ones, but Ruby was one of like the first ones that I really played. Have an amazing night, my friend. I'm gonna go to bed. Got a busy day tomorrow. Well, thank you for joining the stream. I hope that it has been an enjoyable time. Blue was your first one. Like, I'm actually not sure. Like, Ruby was the first one that was specifically mine. I'll also be first. What's your pronouns, if you don't mind me asking? She, her. I'm a trans woman and my pronouns are she, her. But I do hope you've enjoyed your time in my stream today. I'm really like trying to get into streaming again, because I've streamed and like done YouTube and all that stuff in the past, but I haven't really done it in like a long time. Not a problem. Like Sapphire, like whereabouts is it? I do have a Sapphire. It does need a new battery in it, but I did get this a while ago. Not, well, yeah, it'll have been a while ago at this point. Come on, you're on product showcase mode. You should be like better at focusing on stuff. There we go. This is literally just Pokemon Sapphire. I bought it a while ago. It isn't, like, I haven't really played it much. There is a save on there with a lot of, like, someone who's, like, competitively training stuff. Got it for your SpongeBob Game Boy Advance, and it used to give you nightmares. I also have Pokemon Emerald, which I have been using, like, the actual ROM file as well as, like, a save on this to... Come on, focus. You were focused on it a moment ago, come on. What if I just... There we go, it's focused again. This is a legitimate Pokemon Emerald, which the way that I normally check if they're legitimate is in the corner of what I can say. If I zoom in a bit, I don't know if you can tell. Can you see it? Obviously there's the battery there, but you see the little difference in the plastic going just like along, diagonally along there. That is how I tell if a Game Boy Advance game is, specifically any of the Pokemon games, even like fire red and leaf green, even though they don't actually have the thingies on them. Wait, I forgot. I should probably still like keep attacking while I'm showcasing this. Glowing dark and all you could see at night was SpongeBob smiling at you. I can imagine, like, yeah, that would be, like, at the very least a bit creepy. Need to zoom back out. Not all the way, about there will do. I'm probably going to run out of PP before it dies, because I only had, like, 6 PP left going into this fight. One more. So I will have to switch, and then I will actually just go and can't tag also, switch over to Maple, and then I'm going to go heal. If his defense keeps rising, he will be unkillable. Luckily, at the very least, there is a limit to how much you can increase your defense. Anyways, have an awesome night. Thanks for the nostalgia. You are very welcome. I think once I finish blue, I do have gold and I do have silver. I don't know, like, when I'll be playing these, but it will be a while. And then eventually I will move on to probably emerald, because I can just dump the save onto my PC. And then I will play emerald again. It's like afterwards, I think. Let's finish this off. Yeah, luckily at the very least there is that limit to +6 for like any sort of stat boost within Pokemon, even like all the way back here in like literally the original generations. Like I've been playing Pokemon like basically most of my life. So I'm actually currently working on a living dex in Pokemon Home, and I think I have about 10 Pokemon left to go. With 2 of them needing me to start off on Yu-Gi-Oh! That's fair, like do actually coincidentally have like Yu-Gi-Oh! I have been buying like Yu-Gi-Oh! Packs from like shops whenever like they're being reduced, so I have some Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. But at the moment it's mainly the Pokemon cards that I'm collecting at the moment, because I'm trying to get a full set of whatchamacallit. Like, I have no idea if these have any value. I think I've probably Googled them, like, when I've been opening the packs. And, like, they haven't really been worth much. But, like, currently, I've started collecting Pokemon cards again with, like, the goal is to try and get a full Paldean Fates, like, set. OG cards, Blue Eyes, etc. I do actually have somewhere, I'm not... Oh, I do see it. I think that's where my deck is. Or at least the deck that I made when I was at uni. Give me one moment. I'm pretty sure I do actually have a Yu-Gi-Oh! Blue Eye, like, because I was building a Yu-Gi-Oh! Blue Eyes deck. Also, thank you for following, Cheese. I very much appreciate it. Give me one moment. So this is a Pokemon deck, not a Pokemon deck, a Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck that I built when I was at university. It isn't the best like deck. It's most certainly not the best deck. Like but it is, as far as I'm aware, decent. But it's not. Well, not. I wouldn't even call it decent, to be honest. Like it didn't really win very often. Where's my Blue Eyes? So I have Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. As soon as it decides to focus, come on, camera, you can do it. There we go. It is focused, but it's not the best lighting. Hey, 1 second. Let me put the card down. I just move this over here. That's a bit too close. 1 second. If I set that to 1, 2, 2, 2 looks to be alright for like seeing. So I've got the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Then let's see what other cards is in this like this deck that I built. Like this is a deck that I built years ago because I was at uni at the time. Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon. And what else is in this one? Obviously, we have the original. We actually have a few different artworks for the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Here's one of the Blue Eyes White. Oh, don't worry. I'm more than happy to just like show off like random shit that I own. have another a different art Blue Eyes White Dragon. I'll get back to Pokemon in a minute. I'm currently showing off some of my Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I do really like the art on this one, like, to be honest. Like, this is just like a really nice art. Let's see. Paladin of the White Dragon. One of the ritual cards, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I've literally not played Yu-Gi-Oh in a very, very long time. I'm not sure if I actually have any other arts of Blue Eyes White Dragon. Is that a different art or is that the same art as one I've shown? It's actually a different art. That's actually, I believe, I'm pretty sure this probably isn't an, I doubt it's an original printing, but it's the original art, but like holographic. Like another Blue Eyes White Dragon. There was either going to be a Blue Eyes deck or a Red Eyes. Either like a Blue Eyes White Dragon deck or a Red Eyes Black Dragon deck. And the card that this deck was basically built around, Rage with Eyes of Blue. Basically, if you get this card in your hand, you can, I think it's discard your hand. Banish this card as many cards as possible from your hand, field, and graveyard face down. And if you do, special summon up to 3 copies of Blue Eyes White Dragon. So if I got lucky and I got this first turn, then I would have literally every single Blue Eyes White. As long as I didn't have any Blue Eyes in my hands, that would be every single Blue Eyes from my deck onto the bench, onto the table, like immediately. And that was mainly what this deck like was built around, was getting out that Blue Eyes White, like hoping that I got that like as early as I could. Another nice card from this deck. Oh yeah, if someone managed to get like Black Hole or something, it would like completely just destroy it. Crystal Dragon, another like pretty like card. I do very much like the hollows on like these. Is there anything else worth showing off in this deck? Another Rage with Eyes of Blue. I think that's pretty much everything in this deck that's worth showing off. I would not sell them, unfortunately. I do like them, even if it's literally just because pretty card. So unfortunately, I am not looking to sell them. There we go, right. Anyway, back to Pokemon. If you want, I can show off like some, like one of the, like, no, just flat out the best Pokemon card pull I've literally ever gotten from, like, that I got literally a few weeks ago from a booster box. But it'll take a second to get that. So if you give me 1 second, I am going to grab the cards for mainly from the Paldean Fates set backpack containing all of my modern cards. Right, there we go. Right, we will get back to Pokemon Blue at some point. It won't be too long. Also, look at this deck box. Isn't it pretty? This is an Ultimate Guard deck box, and it legitimately, I bought it because it's just like a really pretty like deck box, and it's kind of in like the trans flag colors as well. So it's like, I've got to get it. It's pretty. I think it's pretty, and it is kind of like the trans flag colors. Right. I've bought 2 ETBs for Paldean Fates, mainly because unless you're buying the 6 booster packs of cards, it's a decent way of getting them out. Is this the one with like the sets? Yes, it is. I think in order. The most valuable card I have ever pulled, like ever, and I've been like buying packs for quite some time, and it is from the Paldean Fates set. The Mew Secret Illustration Rare. Mew EX. This is a £80 card that I got from my second ETB for Paldean Fates. That literally paid this card. If I sell this card, it basically pays off, but like most of the money that I have spent on Pokemon, like Pokemon cards in like the last few weeks, or the last month or so, because this card alone, as well as like some of the other pulls that I've actually got from set. Like, one sec, actually it won't be this set, it'll be the Walking Wake, which I think is in one of the other sets that I've recently pulled. Where is my other, like, it is quite nice art, like, as well, like, but that is from the set that I'm currently collecting. Then here is another really nice pull that I got recently. This is the Walking Wake. Is it an EX? Yes, it's the Walking Wake EX illustration rare. And again, it's just a really nice card, which is again worth like 40 to 50 pounds. Like, so again, like, this is just like a really good, like, lucky pull that I got. VMAX. I believe I do. I'm not sure. I do have one VMAX, but I bought it as like from one of the box sets. The VMAX I currently have is this little booklet, which just has like this little like booklet thing that just has like some of the nice cards that I've like collected. I'm not gonna show this without like fucking. So the oh, sorry, not V Star, VMAX, but I have a V Star, which is just the like Zoroark. Feel bad for distracting you. Don't worry about it. I'm more than happy to like just like show off like Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and like all of that shit. Another really nice card that I pulled, mainly the more so the Mightyena than the. Move that bit towards more towards the center. There. The Mightyena, like, illustration rare. It's one thing I really like about the more modern Pokemon cards, like the newer sets, is the illustration rares. Like, they have so much nicer art than like a lot of the older cards. Anyway, time to back to actually playing Pokemon rather than showing off my Pokemon cards. Like, I can actually hear the game's audio. Where did I put the controller? There it is. These I'll put back in the bag. Actually, well, I'm actually going to show off one more card, if I can find it, from which I've actually put in my deck, which is again a like £40 card. But not this one, but like this is the Promo Iono, which again is just a really nice card. But this is another card that I pulled, or like within the last month, and again basically paid like along with the other like really good pulls. This is another like 20 to 50 pound card. If I can find it. And again, it's just a really nice card, which is like one of the chase cards. Oh, you did. Gardevoir EX, but it's like the illustration rare. And it's just like such a genuinely nice card. Like, I am going to be getting the Curlier and the Ralts as well, even if I need to buy them like individually. Which they are, again, like, they aren't particularly cheap. But yeah, those are the expensive cards that I've pulled in like the last few weeks. There we go. Anyway, now we can actually get back to the game. Right, so currently the hunt is for Pikachu, because I did catch one yesterday, but because of messing up with my HDMI adapters settings, I couldn't save the game, so I lost the progress I made yesterday. But the most expensive card that I own is, I always try to win cards for free in streams. Like, I think eventually I might do like a pack giveaway, maybe, like if like my account does well enough, like I might eventually do like small like Pokemon card giveaway. But it wouldn't be any of those cards because they are really pretty. Like, they are just like really pretty cards, so that them ones would definitely not be going. Oh no, I know it's not you telling me to do, but it's like something I might do eventually. Like if like my TikTok does well enough, like I might like eventually do like pack openings and whatnot. Do you know what? I can't be bothered to like spend ages fighting a Metapod. Like I know they do give much better XP, but I cannot be bothered to fight it. But yeah, I'm more than happy to show off like Pokemon cards and stuff. Also, this is like the other deck box that I have, which is from the Iono tournament set. And it's just like a nice deck box, but I do kind of prefer that like Ultimate Guard one just because it is like a bit prettier and it is actually higher quality as well. Because it was my sister that kind of got me back into collecting Pokemon cards, which is because she was like, I was down hers and she basically she bought an ETB, so I decided to also like buy an ETB, and then I decided to start collecting again. And then a co-worker got me to go to like just one of the Geek Retreat like local tournaments, which I've been going to. I didn't go this week, but I've been going to for like the last few weeks, and it's been fun. You're into anime, yes. Oh, there we go. Actually, this is what I was wanting to hunt for, and if I manage to catch it the first try, this one will be named Willow. Yes, I used to be very much into anime. Like I used to watch like back when I was like at school slash like up until like college age. I would literally play. Almost actually attacked one extra time. I would literally be watching at least half of the animes that would release in a season. Now, oh, there we go, we actually caught that. You struggle to get into anime. It's like, that's a lot like me over the last few years, is because I just got like really, like, when I was growing up, it's like, ooh, horny teenager brain. So like I would watch like all of the isekai, like otherworld animes, and could watch Pokemon and you. Technically they are anime, but I don't really think most people class them as anime nowadays, simply because they've been going on for so long. But by technicality, they are animes. Though I haven't watched Yu-Gi-Oh since literally like the original season. One of like Japanese ones. Like yeah, I used to watch like literally at least half of the animes that released in a season. Now like it's lucky if I'm watching more than say 2 a season. Like I think at the moment the only ones I'm really watching are whatchamacallit, the Slime Daddy Can, like that's one I'm watching. I can't remember what else I'm watching. That's the main one. It depends on what you're into. Like one otherworld one that I would recommend, mainly because my issue with a lot of animes now is I got sick of how sexualized children are in anime. Like I just got really like tired it. Like that was alright when I was like the age of the characters, but like now that I'm like in my mid-20s, like I just got sick of it. Oh, you feel the same about game? I was like, yeah, like does Horn Attack do more damage? I'm assuming it will. That does a hell of a lot more damage. But like one anime that I would recommend is Ascendance of a Bookworm. It's about a woman who dies and gets like transported to another world, and she basically the child whose body she takes over for whatever reason is very sickly, like is very, very ill, and it's just a really good anime because it's set around this girl and like the people around her, but it doesn't sexualize her. Like that's my main issue with a lot of animes. Is like she is that they sexualize characters that are supposed to be like often early teens, and like you just get sick of it. Like you get sick of like school outfits being literally lingerie, basically. But with Ascendance of a Bookworm, like the main character, like she like becomes a child, like she reincarnates into the body of a child. But it's literally basically in no way sexualized. Like she's not sexualized basically at all throughout, and it does actually have, I believe, 2 seasons. I think season 1 has a part 1 and a part 2, and I think there was a season 2, like an actual season 2, and it does go like somewhat towards the dark side of fantasy at times, but it is just flat out a really good story with like really well written characters, and I can't wait to see more of it. I actually hope it did well enough to actually get multiple seasons. Like if I had to recommend an anime, it would be Ascendance of a Bookworm. Like flat out Ascendance of a Bookworm is what I would 100% recommend to like basically anybody who likes fantasy. Wouldn't say it's more like Lord of the Rings, like it is. I don't know how I'd really describe it, but I would just like flat out recommend Ascendance of Bookworm. If you're asking if I've watched Lord of the Rings, I have. I haven't in like probably a couple of years, but I very much do. I love the Lord of the Rings. I've been meaning to do a rewatch for like a while now. I've just not gotten around to it really. But it is a like film series that I am 100% going to watch again at some point. Rings of Power season 2 coming soon. That I actually can't wait for. Like I know like people like were mad at Rings of Power for being woke and all that other bullshit, but like I really enjoyed it. Like it's not the best series, but it is a really good series in my opinion. It's because people don't like racists will get mad at anything containing like black people, in this case like black dwarves, black was there black hobbits? I can't, like, was there even hobbit? No, there was like black dwarves, black elves, black hobbits and whatnot. Like the racists were very much unhappy with Rings of Power because of that, which I just found was like quite sad because it is a decent show. Like it's not the best show, but it is a good show, and like I would recommend it to anybody who enjoyed the Lord of the Rings. Like the costume designs were really good. The writing was decent. Like the acting was pretty good for the most part. It was just overall like a decent show. Like it wasn't bad. It just got a lot of hate because wokeness bad. Here comes a serious question. Is it going to be about The Hobbit? If you're going to ask about The Hobbit, I thought they were okay at best. I think the issue with The Hobbit was that they tried to turn a book about like this thick into 3 Oh, Lord of the Rings. I do not like Harry Potter. In part because J.K. Rowling is a massive transphobe. And also because it's just, I did like, growing up I had to watch it often because my siblings liked it. But even then it was just okay at best. Like I didn't particularly like it, which I think will have been in part because I had to watch it so often. But even then I just didn't like it. But even then, like, flat out 100% Lord of the Rings over Harry Potter. Like, anybody could have written, like, anybody can write, like, write a story like Harry Potter. But there are very few authors out there who can write a story like Lord of the Rings. So 100% Lord of the Rings, like, it's not even a question at that point. Like, Lord of the Rings, hands down. think my goal right now is to get all of my Pokemon, including Pikachu, up to at least level 9. Or well, no, maybe not level 9, but at least like, I want Pikachu at least like level 7, level 8. And then we're going to go fight Gary. I did try fighting him last stream. Or before the gym, yeah. Like, I did try fighting him last stream with my team, but I very, very quickly realised when his Pidgey was level 9 that I would not stand a chance. Like, both, like, I think Aldo was around, like, level 5, and Maple was level 7, and they got completely destroyed by literally just the Pidgey. Like, the Pidgey was enough to wipe them because it was level 9. But once I have Willow up to like a decent level, like level 7, level 8, then I'm gonna go fight Gary, and then it's just gonna be like a straight path up to the next gym. Which shouldn't be too bad because my team will be like decent level. Because it's rock type gym, so as long as like Maple learns a grass type move, it should be like an easy sweep. And even then, I'll still have Alder, which will like help us because of being like just like Nidoran being just like a solid Pokemon. Think about it, you don't think you've ever completed a Pokemon game. It's generally surprising given how long Pokemon has been around, but I can 100% say like you should. There are a lot of Pokemon games out there nowadays, and it is 100% worth like going back and like it doesn't even matter which generation of game you play because they're all at least decent. Like obviously each generation has their strengths and weaknesses, but they're all like decent. Like it'll depend on what generations you own, like what games you own as to which one I would recommend. That would Gen 1 again, like that's fair, like you could literally do what I did. Like, I think it was probably like a year and a half, 2 years ago, where I literally went through from Gen 1 all the way up to like the current generation, basically. Obviously, I missed some games in the middle, like I didn't have White 2 at the time. I think I did, like, I did, I lost my saves annoyingly because it was on the 3DS Virtual Console. And I may have spilled water or tea on my like 2DS XL at the time, so that obviously did not survive. It did not survive the small amount of tea that was spilled on it, which obviously was a massive pain in the ass because I lost my... Well, the only saves I lost was for Pokemon Crystal and Pokemon Yellow through the Virtual Consoles. But then I did actually, did I play through Gen 3 at the time? I don't think I did actually. No, I don't think I did play Gen 3 at the time. But I've played through Gen 4, specifically Pearl is one I've played through and have a complete save in. Although I have actually moved the team forward, so that's in my Pokemon Home. I'm more annoyed that I wasn't able to send the teams forward than I am about losing like the save files. Like I've sent basically every team besides like Gen 1 and 2 forward, like to Pokemon Home. I have my Pearl team is in Pokemon Home. My White team is in Pokemon Home. It's like even like I didn't even finish the whatchamacallit, the post game for Pokemon White. Favorite legendary. I can't even remember what I said like last night. I can't even remember what my answer was yesterday because it's like someone asked the exact same question last night, but I actually can't remember. Oh, I remember what I said. Lunala, which coincidentally Among my little booklet of Pokemon cards, I have a bunch of Lunala cards. Although I do need light down there again. Grab that. So this is from when I last had a Pokemon. That is really not good lighting at all. And that upwards. 1, 2. Is that better? Well, that's too bright. What? Let's have it 1, 1. So you still can't really see it. 2. That I think kind of works. So that's Lunala GX, which was in my deck at the time. Here's a pair of Lunala cards. These are mainly that I've collected. I think those, are they the only ones? Apparently those may be the only ones. Oh, yeah, apparently those are the only Lunalas that I have. Favorite generation, that would easy Gen 3. Now that could probably be partially because I grew up on like Ruby, so there's probably a bit of horn bias, but Gen 3, hands down. Even the remakes, I do really like the remakes as well. And like it's the sort of remix we should have gotten, like for like the other games. Are you younger than 25? I'm 24. So I am younger than 25, but literally only by about another 5 months. Well, about 4.5 months. I turn 25 in November. But I am currently 24, so I am currently a little bit younger than 25, but really not by much. But I think Ruby was definitely my most played game, like Pokemon game growing up for certain. And then it's really only over the last few years that I've gotten back into Pokemon. Like I didn't play during the 3DS era, and I think really it was around the DS era that I stopped playing for like a long time. And then like literally over the past few years, like I decided like I want to get back into it. I think because you didn't say blue or red. Blue and red have a lot of issues. I do like them, but the first generation and even the second generation to some extent have a lot of issues, which is just because they're the early iterations of the games. I do like them, but they do have their issues. Anyway, what I can do actually is I can just like go and like start fighting trainers. What about you? What's your favourite generation? Also, I will say Zapdos is a decent pick for like the favourite legendary. Zapdos, it's not my favourite, but I can see why it would be someone's favourite. Gen 1, that's fair, that's fair. By any chance, are you over 25? Yeah, that's fair, but like, I do like Generation 1. It's just that the newer games have made so many changes that have just improved formula that I couldn't pick Generation 1. They do very much have their charm, like I do very much like the art style and like the actual sprites and everything, I do very much like them. It's just that the game itself is quite dated. Most known Pokemon that you could actually name, that's fair. Were you the one who said earlier that it should have stopped after Generation 1? Or like, or something like they should have stopped making generations? Is that, I will disagree with, mainly because one of my favourite Pokemon is Mimikyu. Oh, there's too many generations, that's... I think if they didn't, like, they could re-release the games and like, but there's like the problem with that is that there's only so many times that you can like remake a game or like re-release a game on like onto like a platform. And I do actually like the new generations. Like I do prefer some of the older games. Like I obviously prefer Ruby Sapphire Emerald over most of like the newer games, but Oh yes, over 1,000 Pokemon, yes. It was Scarlet and Violet that added the 1,000 up, like added over, like got us up to I think 1,010 or 1,012. Think I could be wrong, but I know we're around 1,010 or so Pokemon at the moment. And I have most of them in my living decks. Like I said earlier, I am missing about 10, but I have most of them. I think I'm missing, it's mostly legendaries slash mythics that I'm missing at the moment. And mythicals I do have, most of them aren't legitimate. Most of them I've had to cheat in using like my modded 2DS, which I don't even know where I've put that at the moment. But I have a modded 2DS and I did kind of like gen the events into like Pokemon XY and like Pokemon Sun/Moon. Mainly because I started playing again after the events had like stopped. We're currently at Generation 9. Some dude made a massive binder to get every Pokemon card currently available. I think it's what 10,024 cards. That is a hell of a lot of cards. And I thought like my attempt to collect one set was bad. Like that is insane. Oh, 1,024. It's like basically a living deck, but of like Pokemon cards instead of like the actual Pokemon within like Pokemon Home. You're gonna say 1,024 makes that a hell of a lot easier than 10,024. Like, I don't know how thick of a binder that would be. Like the standard binders or like that you can buy with like the sheets and SWAT already in are like hold up to 480, which fits basically every set. Well, you can fit a set per binder, possibly 2 sets. Well, you can probably fit 2 sets if you don't include like reverse hollows and whatnot. He has said there's a few cards that aren't cards yet, just in game. Yeah. The reason for that is because the Pokemon that get into the card game are the ones that the head of the TCG likes. The Pokemon that actually get into the card game are the ones that I don't know the guy's name, but it's him who decides like which Pokemon get to go into the game. Which was Thundershock too, actually. But because I think a Pokemon which it took literally years to get a card was Mantike and Mantine, I'm pretty sure. I don't know for certain because I've not actually looked into it and it's been a while since I've seen the video that was talking about it. Yeah, it's just because like the Pokemon that actually get into the game are the ones that the guy who leads it. To be fair, you don't need big money to make Pokemon cards. Like there are plenty of companies out there which will like you can do custom cards for. It's just like if you're going to the length to get a binder that can hold over 1,000 cards, like official though, I think like you would need a hell of a lot of money to like force Nintendo to print like custom Pokemon cards. What my team levels at 9, 11, 6. I think these levels might be big. Oh, Amazon 100%, yep. Although even then, like, I think you could probably get them to do collabs. Like, I think that would be the only way to like really get them, is if you could get them to do like a collaboration card for like certain Pokemon. And it would cost like a lot of money because you'd have to try and get like approval from Nintendo, which Nintendo are known to be very, very protective of their IP. Anyway, I think the team should hopefully be strong enough now to face Gary. Like, Pikachu's a bit low level, but I think Maple and Alder will be Alder definitely should be strong enough to handle anything that Gary throws at me. I will also need to sort out Pokemon that are going to be like just HM slaves as well, which the Pokemon I was wanting was Dodrio, because I've used Dodrio in the past, but I've also used like Fearow, and I've used Pidgeotto too much. Sorry, my nose is really itchy at the moment. You're going to Pokemon League? Forget it. You probably don't have any badges. The guard won't let you through. By the way, did your Pokemon get any stronger? Being itchy. Ow. Oh, I've just stabbed myself like my piercing. Gary wants to fight. Gary sent out Pidgey. I don't know if Willow will survive because of the 3-level difference. But Thundershock should do decent. Oh yeah, this team's like more than strong enough. If it can actually hit, that is. There we go. No, I am going to switch because Willow is a bit low level. Oh, and mine leveled up. That's pretty decent. Now what level's Charmander? That's his level 8. I did not expect Charmander to be weaker, but we are going to send out Alder anyway because Alder is my strongest Pokemon and yeah, this is going to be easier. I didn't realize that Charmander was only like level 8. I was expecting Charmander to be like level 10 or so. I didn't need to do all of that training. All of that training was not needed. It's like, Jesus. So I need to put that back up. Shove that back under there. Clara defeated Gary. Oh, you just lucked out. Thanks for the money though. I heard Pokemon League has many tough trainers. I have to figure out how to get past them. You should quit dawdling and get moving on. Now, I couldn't be bothered to hunt, like... Oh, I'm going to fall asleep on you. Lol, glad I found your channel. Well, I hope you've had a good time, and I don't know when I'll be streaming next. Possibly tomorrow night, I don't know for certain. Like, tomorrow I could stream actually a bit earlier as well. But again, I don't know for certain. But I might be live tomorrow if you want to join then. If not, I live in the UK, yes I do. I had to sort out getting my capture card to work with the GameCube again because last night when I was streaming I changed the settings of the HDMI adapter and the capture card did not like it at all. So I had to actually restart the save because I couldn't get video out. But it is working again now, so it should be alright. But I do live in the UK. It is 11:30. So it is a bit late, but I'm going to be going till probably like 1 AM or so. Maybe a bit later, I don't know. Anyway, with Gary defeated, I am going to actually head through the forest. There's what, two more trainers, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. There's one down here, isn't there? Oh no, it's the next corner actually where the next one is. Yep, there was the item down here, we can grab that. Potion, that's not bad. That means I've got 2 potions at the moment. Oh, maybe it must have been like a different game. that had the extra trainer down in that, like, that little corner bit. Level 9 Riedel. That is second highest level Pokemon. Well, actually, no, it's the joint highest level Pokemon we've fought so far. Of one being Gary's Pidgey. But that Weedle, despite being a much higher level, doesn't do anywhere near enough damage for Willow to actually me to even like worry about switching Willow out. Critical hit. Level 8, there we go. Like the team's a decent level now. Like I think it's what, level 10 and level 12 I think for Brock. I could be wrong, like I can't remember. It's been quite some time since I last played through like Generation 1. Let's just heal up. Not leaving for a bit easier on my back. This is decently common, shouldn't be. So first I need to switch out Willow because I know Willow will not do well. Mabel will do fine, and I probably should, actually, yeah, let's use Mabel because I can like level Mabel up from the experience. Although Mabel doesn't, none of these actually have attacks that are strong against rock types yet. Leech Seed will help, but like it's just gonna be like a really slow tackle fight. Also, these are, yep, I need to level up more. Of damage, but Leech Seed will help me get that back. Oh my god, that is doing way too much damage. Well, there's an acceptable amount of damage, but it's definitely not enough. And I'm going to need to switch it, Maple out. Maple will... I think Maple can survive one more, unless it's a crit. No, yeah, but of course it's a crit. Never mind, let's go over to Alder. I'm going to be sitting like this, I might as well just zoom the camera just a little bit. Alder grew to level 12, sounds true. Anyone just joining, I'm currently at the first gym, but turns out my Pokemon are a little bit under leveled, so I'm going to go after train. Like my Pokemon are not strong enough to really like fight them at all. Like my starter is only like level 9 and it is dead currently. It died to the Diglett. Like Alder can somewhat hold his own. It's like his own against them, but it's again nowhere near strong enough to actually really put up too much of a fight. Is there a second trainer? No, there isn't. That is annoying. You know, you actually have to need to go and train, or like Mabel up a bit more. As soon as like Mabel gets a grass move, then we are probably like a-okay to like deal with them. So right now the goal is literally just I need to go and level up. Like Mabel is not, Willow is basically useless. Willow will not be helping at all in this fight. Maple is just nowhere near a high enough level. Like not having a like, well, the level's alright, like it is a bit under leveled. but the main issue is the lack of a grass type move. And this is going to take a little bit of time to actually level up enough. I think I'm probably better actually training within Viridian Forest, just because it gets like cocooners and stuff. Unless I get cocooners with metapods here. Yeah, these are lower levels than within Viridian Forest. I'm just gonna go in Viridian Forest. Like, trying to level Maple here is not really gonna work, simply because of how low of a level, the important Pokemon are. Plus, when I want to like level up my Pokemon, I just don't get any opponents, any wild Pokemon to attack. There we go. That took way too long. But my hope is that Pikachu is worth a decent amount of XP, since it is like a 5% encounter rate or something like that. Just don't paralyze me. I don't want to get paralyzed again. 35, so that's not great, but it is XP anyway. I think my goal right now is to get Maple also up to like level 12. And the Metapods will very much help with that. Start with Leech Seed, because that'll just help Maple get a little bit of HP back. Obviously that gives Metapod the chance to start with like raising his defense, but it'll still die. It'll just take a little bit longer. Just a little bit more towards me. Should be slightly better audio. Hope. I don't know. Could be that little bit better though. Only at 1 hour 20-ish. Currently live. Or at least I am getting Maple's HP back. Level 10. I think as soon as I actually get a grass type attacking move, should be alright to just go and like challenge the gym again. There we go. The more Metapods I get, the better, because like Metapods are I'm pretty sure that they are the best like experience giving Pokemon at the moment. Like, don't think there's any other Pokemon that come close. Like Pikachu's only 35 XP, whereas Metapod is like 51 at the moment. We'll go another Metapod, that will be another good amount of XP. I've noticed in the forest we can actually get like level 5s and like level 6s. For anyone just joining, we have actually managed to beat Gary this time. It turns out that while Gary's Pidgey was level 9, his Charmander was literally just like level 8. Like his Charmander like went down like really quickly. And like Aldo was just like, he destroyed them. I need to stop yawning. The more I yawn, the like worse I'm going, the like more I'm going to yawn. Yeah, we're getting 41 XP. I'm actually getting really lucky with the Metapods at the moment. Like, that's literally perfect. I mean, that should be free, maybe 4-hit kill. And that should be free, even with like the extra harden. We're level 11, and we're gonna get a grass type move yet? No, I'm not. With it being Gen 1, I genuinely do not know the level where, like, Bulbasaur actually gets its first grass move. It's gotta be before it evolves, I would hope. But this is Generation 1, so it's gonna be a bit shitty at times. How much XP is it needing per level at the moment? Bull's not really worth leveling up because of it being a grass type. 174 sets. If I get 3 more level 5 Metapods, no, 4 more Metapods, that'll be another level up. Like, ideally, I'm just going to get more Metapods because they'll be like the most like XP. Hi, my name's Melon Cloud. What you? I'm assuming that's supposed to be you doing. Ash doing. Ash is currently killing Pokemon. Well, leveling up Bulbasaur because I attempted to do the Elite Four and quickly realized I wasn't a high enough level. Not having a grass type move on my Bulbasaur is very much the main reason that I was destroyed. But also I just needed to level up Bulbasaur anyways. Like I have my Nidoran male. Like Nidoran male's like level 13, so like that's like decent enough level. But I want to get my Bulbasaur up to at least I think level 12 or ideally until it gets a proper like attacking grass move. My hope is that it'll get it at level 12, if not I'll actually have to have a bit of a Google search to find out what level they actually get a grass attacking move. One second, drag this over a little bit. There we go, hit, that's perfect. I need to get a drink. My mouth is so damn dry right now. I might have no PP, so older. Time to go kill. I probably should have just switched in Pikachu. Like, Pikachu should be able to handle like Metapods at this point. I could end the stream off and then like next stream we go straight into the rock gym fight. Possibly. I might do that actually. Let's proper save since we're basically back at where I was at the end of the last stream. Yeah, I think I'll end that here. So for anyone still watching, I hope that you've enjoyed. And I should be live again tomorrow.